2001. It lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Arizona Cardinals and the Denver Broncos. In charge of the Cardinals and his head coach, Jonathan Gannon. These guys played good football the last month plus. They are 4-2 in their last 6. Along the opposite sideline, the head coach of the Broncos. These guys no doubt happy to be back home after they took the loss on the road last week. From the booth alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Keith Scott, and we're just about set to get this one started. And here we go at Mile High. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here he's got to play some clean ball.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
It'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
18 yards. That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
Pass play coming here. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Broncos first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. And they're going to score. Touchdown, Denver. Broncos take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive.
These touchdowns on the season haven't all looked the same, but boy, has he made a habit of scoring touchdowns on the ground.
On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Calvin Austin on the return. Making some progress here. Field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50. And here come the Cardinals now as they get set for their opening drive. They'll be led out by one of the league's promising young, talented quarterback in his first season out of Arkansas.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they can get the win in the end.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Enough to stop that play with Jahdae Barron. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That's coming for the 1st. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. That one goes for 31 yards. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's another Cardinals first down. First and goal, Arizona.
Benson does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Another try for Benson, and he's in for the touchdown. The Cardinals finish off their opening drive. Trey Benson, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Harvey now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Broncos and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. Finds him quickly on the RPO. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing out to the left, cut! Breaks the tackle, he's got space ahead. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. We keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. Markers a reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Sticking to the air here. Short pass brought in. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Trying to throw this from the gun. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing it again here. Gets it to him on the screen. We'll have a little, not a lot. Ball to about the 25. Jack Gibbons in on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the
Still sticking with the passing game. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. That sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. He tries out the screen. Dobbins. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's 4th down.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puck through.
He stopped on the run back of the 27. Jonathan Gannon doing the last little bit of coaching here as the Cardinals return to the field. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, that expected defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
No progress on first down, and they'll bring up 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 27.
Looking to throw here. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. They'll have a small gain up to around the 32. Trey Greenlaw getting there for the stop. To the air on 3rd and long. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
He fields this at the 18. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Broncos ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And while they've worried about his arm a little bit early, he's been happy to get some yards on the ground. It's looking like an effective dual threat thus far. We get it on the ground here with Dobbins. Continuing to move past the 45. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play.
First down.
Got for big yards on the right side. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Broncos, first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
The give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he comes through big here. 9 yards and 2nd down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to keep them from piling on those yards.
It's a gain of a yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. 3rd down. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. Let's see if the Broncos can capitalize in the red zone. QB sneak coming. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Dobbins goes the wrong way. He's going to lose several here.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos making a 9-point advantage. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
And things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos make it a 10-point ball game.
17. Cardinals 7.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Fields this one at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Cardinals and Trey Benson back out on offense. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. And off to Benson to start the drive. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First down, play action. This finds Austin, complete. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
That's another Cardinals first down. 1st and 10.
They're throwing it. He finds his target, Ryman. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out. Throwing it on 2nd down. Finds Benson out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That one gains 7. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down. All set to go now from the 35.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They are throwing it again. Here's a screen to Benson. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. 2nd and 10. Need something positive here.
2nd and 10 at the 34.
He's going to throw it again. We've got a screen to the running back. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
He'll air it out on 3rd. Completed to his running back. He needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Broncos headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And I know we're normally discussing his work leading the passing game, but wow, we've really had to take note of what he's done on the ground. He's leaned into that part of his game early. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Nice strides quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front block. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. The Cardinals and Trey Benson back out on offense. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. That one's incomplete over the middle. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up. Setting up to throw. Hits him on the in route. It almost as he caught it. He does well to hold on to it. Gets him to the 37. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
It's an Arizona touchdown! The Cardinals can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Trey Benson, the touchdown!
Okay, you know what a run like that does? For everybody, for the play caller, for the O-lineman, for the offense. It just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little jump, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
Lutz there to tack on the extra point. And the Cardinals make it 17 all. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Return starts at the 9. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Denver set to take the field on offense. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. They'll bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
They'll go play action. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First down from the 41.
And the Broncos first down.
Finds the in route, complete. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Number 7. A gain of a yard.
They're going play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out.
17 yards.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And his charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
At the 23-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Looking slant route, complete. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That's good for a Broncos.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. They'll maybe get 2 out of that, so that play brings us to the 2-minute warning. Plenty of points already, partner, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from Mile High in just a moment. Now looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Troy Franklin. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it's 4th down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, kid. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, then let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
17.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. This makes it up to the 25. The Cardinals and Trey Benson back out on offense. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. They'll toss it here to Benson. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
And the Cardinals.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. They get to him after a small pickup to the 35. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. him over the middle. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Big play sets him up pretty here with first and goal from the 5. From the red zone on first. Looking underneath here, Benson. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals get some late points and the lead. Trey Benson, the touchdown. And with that score, he's reached a benchmark he's long had his eye on. 30 touchdowns in one season. And he's going to come away pleased with how well he has played to put up that kind of number this year. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cardinals take a 4-point lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, so they'll put a charge into this one. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Empty backfield now. Running back motions out left. To throw here on first down. Connecting on the slant. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They've got first down here from the 36. They'll look to throw. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion. Throwing from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Second down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
The Cardinals and Trey Benson back out on offense. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offensive line, this is second and 4. I'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Before the snap on 3rd and 2, they call time. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He's got his man. This is Austin. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down. Still sticking with the passing game. Hits him on the out route. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
Out of bounds at the 20-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
Throwing it again here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
3rd and long.
Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. They can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. First field goal was good. His second look from inside of 45 yards. The kick by Lutz is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7. So a 1-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks for that update, Scotch. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. And a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. On the return, here comes Austin. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Cardinals are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together, finding the end zone. First down, play action. Finds his target, Ryman. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
At the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Quick throw is caught. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. We've set it down from 37. Benson on first and 10. Pushing for the red zone. And he has it all the way down to the 8. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Gain of 29 more yards. That's another Cardinals first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
Brought in, and he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
They pitch it to him, and they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up third and goal. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
And it's brought in. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals grow the lead coming out of halftime.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14.
Broncos 20.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Harvey now to return it. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Broncos to the line now. It's first and 10. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 39.
Fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down, and they go right back to it. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7. Nice run last play. Sets up second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Pass play now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
They try to set the screen. Dominant. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Their punter making his way out now. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he drives it skyward, hoping to drop this near the goal line. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. Jonathan Gannon doing a last little bit of coaching here as the Cardinals return to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5.
He's going to throw it. He's got it over the middle. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and say these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers, but they show you right there. And they can be powerful blockers. They can make a huge difference in a run game.
And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth cave, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
They're going to throw out of the gun. Built up this one off to his running back, complete. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That is incomplete. He keeps feeding it to his back, but this one, a rare miss. That's going to bring up 4th down. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Distance is good, but not the accuracy. He just missed it left. And the lead stays frozen at 14.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Broncos are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
This is Dobbins. And they haul him down after a gain of a couple. Leaves him in need of 1 more yard here on 3rd down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. He'll try to do it himself. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Mims with the grab. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They run. Here's Dobbins. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Gain of 9 yards. And the Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Again, they'll run with Dobbins. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
That's another
Working inside the red zone. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down. Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. And he can't escape this one. They get to him for a nice exclamation point to end this 3rd quarter. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. So now here's 3rd and 5. Working now from the gun. He's going to run for it. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. And they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Running forward with Dobbins. And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, doesn't matter.
He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Kate, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll get him back to 11.
That field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cardinals ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Now begin this drive with Benson. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Didn't lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Throwing from the gun here. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
I'm just looking at this hourglass of saying, Kate, and realizing there's not much time left for this team. But the only chance they had was to create a sack right there. Give a little momentum to their offense, who now has no margin for error. You got to go score.
And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. So here comes the Bronco offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Trying to throw this from the gun. That's into the hands of Franklin. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. 2nd and 3 now.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Looking slant route, complete. On the move, past the 40. Keeps it moving. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it first and goal from the 8.
It's a gain of 52 yards. And the Broncos first down. First and goal of the 8-yard line.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos now within 1 score in the 4th. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead, only a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there. Get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
The Cardinals headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. So first and 10 now from the 30. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Markers are reset. Here we go. Going for 44. Throwing from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Now a give. It's Benson headed right. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards. Third down. They need 7.
A loss in 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
He'll air it out on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And they make the tackle at the 38. A gain of 15 there. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
21 more yards. That's another Cardinals first down. A gain of 21 yards.
From the red zone now. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to be hit and set out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
At the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
He's going to throw this one. Stepping up, and he's going to run. He will score. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals make it a 9-point advantage.
What a great moment to celebrate and possibly educate this rookie as well, Kate. That's just tremendous effort. He shows off the speed that he has. But they'll go look at those tablets. They'll figure out if there was somewhere to throw it. But he showed you right there when there's not. Well, this kid can run.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Cardinals make it a 10-point ball game. Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Returnable from the 2. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense all set to go. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be sky high right now.
They get it on the ground here with Dobbins. Spins right by him. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
That's good for a Broncos.
They're going to try and throw it here. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up.
On the coverage.
Off the play fake. He'll throw. Complete out to the right. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for Broncos 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Body on the right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Still sticking with the passing game. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Broncos 1st down.
They are throwing it again. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 18-yard line.
2nd down, looking for options. Completed to his running back. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
Broncos 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Completed out to the left on that quick throw. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On the return, here comes Austin. This makes it up to the 25. The Cardinals and Trey Benson back out on offense. And some running lanes have closed, but he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this 2nd half. Starting out trips right here, 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Finds a man right side. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their 1st. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. He's dropping back to throw. Here's a screen to Benson. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up. Shift the momentum a little here in the 4th. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. Broncos going nickel here. 3rd down. Looking to throw. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. Shoots away from one. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. They'll get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's trying to push the field. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send him back to the line for second. Benson now from the gun. He's tackled after a gain of about 6. It's third down now.
Benson, the ball carrier, to stop by DJ Jones. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Cardinals holding on to a field goal lead. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Benson once more. And you've got him down near the red zone at the 22. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for the Cardinals. First down.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Here's a design run. Kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So the Cardinals get to fly home as winners on the road. And I know it's different for every sport, Brock. So is this the point where we'd say this winning streak is official? Might have something to it. 3 wins in a row now after this latest triumph.
Well, you get to this point, and what happens is you get to that building the next day, and everybody feels good. Secretary feels good. Chef feels good. Kitchen feels good. Everybody's feeling good of stacking these kind of wins in a row.
With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals, as we'll see you next time from Denver.